it's about time I filled you in on the last few days, because it's been rough and it's been tough. So basically, Mark and Herschel came to meet me at Hadrian's Wall, and it was amazing. We had a fantastic time, and it was my birthday, and it was very special. However, the day that they were leaving, I was sobbing into my breakfast. So yeah, I went into a bit of an emotional turmoil of not wanting to leave them again, and yeah, just feeling conflicted, because there was a part of me that just wanted to go home and be with them, but then there's the other part of me that definitely, most certainly wants to complete this challenge. And Mark really is the best. He is my absolute cheerleader. He was not going to let me come home. He was like, you've got this far, you've got to keep going. And then we decided that it would be best not to use home as a pit stop after my little emotional outburst. I think we together realised that it would be too much, and I didn't want to put any danger on not setting off again. So that changed plans a little bit, and the route kind of changed. So I'm at the point where I'm kind of winging it. I haven't planned this route. So Carlisle was the moment where I thought, right, well, I'm in England now, let's have a little reset. I'm going to book onto a nice budget hotel, relax, reset, good to go for England. However, what I didn't anticipate that night is that I was going to be extremely ill. I won't go into the details, but it was the kind of ill where you couldn't just relax in bed. I was somewhere else for the majority of it, and tried to get myself sorted best I can. And then I went off onto the Cumbria way the next day. And that night I was camping, and I thought everything was fine, I was feeling okay. 3 a.m, I was up again and not in my tent. So basically that morning I felt really rough because I've not had much sleep, and I was like, there's just no way I'm going to be able to carry on with the Cumbria way. I can't, there's, you know, a mountain to climb and everything. It's just not going to happen. So unfortunately I did have to get the bus to Keswick so I could get to a pharmacy and get the medication that I needed. And that was interesting because I had to sit in the side part of the bus, and I got so travel sick, it was ridiculous. When I got off the bus, I just sat on this bench, you could just probably see I was green, and this lovely, lovely walker, bless her, she gave me her mints, and it made me feel so much better. So now I'm in Keswick. So today is such a beautiful day. This is probably the best day that I've had weather-wise, and to be honest, I think this is probably my favourite walk to date. I've had a really wonderful time so far, and I think I'm only halfway through. So just seeing all of the mountains and the valleys and everything, it's reminding me a lot of Glencoe, or at least making me think of what I wanted Glencoe to be like. This is what I wanted from Glencoe, this kind of weather, and fortunately I didn't get that. I got the fog mood instead, but having a really, really lovely day today. So my map this morning said that there was elevation of 100 feet. This is definitely not 100 feet. I've climbed a mountain and I accidentally clicked off my map and there's no signal, so it won't come back on. So I actually have no idea if I am going the right way and if I've just accidentally climbed a mountain. And I also keep getting false summits. So I'm just coming up to one here. Whether it's false or not is another question. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. So I'm still definitely in a valley and still definitely gotta do a climb by the look of it. They're getting steeper. I have climbed all of that. Grasmere to Coniston, I do believe it's a lot of forest walk and hopefully flat. I've already done quite an incline today and I can feel the sweat pouring off me, and that's not just because it's hot, I can tell I'm detoxing. But hopefully I'm walking through a lot of ancient forests. Who knows, there may be some magical powers to do a bit of restoring and healing. As it stands, I'm now in Keswick. I have got my medication and I have gone to the hostel, and I do my best just to try and chill out and recover. And then the next day I'm off to Grasmere because it was the only place where I could find an available, affordable campsite. Now, that was an amazing day, absolutely incredible. It's probably one of the best walks. However, 18 miles climbing a mountain when you've not been well, not the best thing to do. So here I am on my way to Coniston to go relax in the affordable hostel that I could find, and I'm going to stay there for 2 nights and hopefully get my energy back, get myself feeling like me again, and then who knows, because just essentially winging it at this point. This is not part of the plan, but the goal will be to get to Windermere, and I may just have to boat bus it again. You all now know I love a boat bus, and try and aim to get to Kendal, and then once I'm at Kendal I'll just be heading south to get onto Offa's Dyke Path. Had a few rest days in Coniston, and I wish I could have explored it, but I knew I had to rest, and I thought I was getting better. I felt okay, I felt good for those rest days, and then last night I was up at like 4 a.m. My body was just not happy with me again, and yeah, so it's back to the pharmacy when I do find one, and as you can see I'm a little bit sweaty and that is not because it's warm. It is slightly warm, there's a breeze, it's 10:30 in the morning. I can tell this is getting the illness out kind of sweat. So yeah, I just can't believe this has happened. It's just incredibly frustrating, but fingers crossed. I will get myself to a pharmacy, I'll get myself really nice and relaxed tonight, though I am camping, so you can't get into the most comfortable state. But then tomorrow I'm going to be heading to Morecambe, and I've booked into a budget hotel, so hopefully I can have a really nice relax then, and maybe I'll have a bath, who knows. So I'm currently coming back on myself. This is the way I came a few days ago when I headed to Coniston, and now I'm heading back towards Tarn House, and it's all because I just couldn't find anywhere to stay that was convenient, affordable. It was Coniston that had the best rates in terms of a hostel where I knew I could absolutely relax. So now I'm heading to Windermere, just outside, just before Kendal. So this is finally getting me just about out of the Lake District. Not that I'm complaining, but I've just done a massive detour, when really I want to be heading south. But yes, I mean, you can't complain. I mean, look at this view. Detouring through the Lake District while walking from John O'Groats to Land's End wasn't part of the original plan, but I knew I needed it. Even though I wasn't feeling my best, I still managed to walk nearly 62 miles through some of the most beautiful and challenging terrain. But by the time I left Kendal, I knew I couldn't carry on. My body was telling me to stop, and I had to listen. So I made the difficult decision to hop on a bus to Morecambe. It wasn't how I imagined this stretch ending, but this journey has never been about perfection. It's about learning to adapt, to listen to myself, and to keep going in whatever way I can.